Hey everyone, it's HMK once again, and yes, we got a bigger Zelda Wii U update that is much more substantial than what we got with the Famitsu update. And yes, I am breaking out this news kind of late, but I was away for the weekend for a convention, which I had a lot of fun. But let's get into the update, shall we? Eiji Aonuma, the director and producer of the Legend of Zelda series, has spoken with IGN of all people. I follow them for their news, not for their opinions. He said, "We actually had some feedback from Skyward Sword where people were saying, this is not exactly the Zelda game I was looking for. I was looking for a bigger open world. Unfortunately, I can't go into details, but I'm hoping to put a surprise, a kind of twist on my view of an open world game. I hope that you'll look forward to it." Now, a lot of people have to understand that Skyward Sword didn't really have the big open world that a lot of people were expecting, and people were expecting it because some developmental notes and interviews with Eiji Aonuma, he has stated that he wants to rectify the problem that, or I should say problems that Twilight Princess had with its open world, or its big expansive world. And people were looking forward to a big world of Skyward Sword, but we, as the cookie crumbles, we did get that more inclusive, smaller, more linear world that was more akin to a game from the Metroid series. Even though it was smaller, I did have a lot of fun because it was a lot more, packed with little things like enemies and side quests and items and puzzles and stuff like that. So I did enjoy Skyward Sword, and a lot of people were complaining like, "Oh, we didn't get an open world. 3 out of 10 won't play again." But I had fun. Anyways, a lot of people said that the Skyward Sword open world, or the world of Skyward Sword, wasn't really up to their quote-unquote Zelda standards in terms of a big, expansive world. So, Eiji Aonuma wants to fix that with Zelda Wii U, and that has been a big focus from what we've seen, the little that we've seen and heard about the game, that Eiji Aonuma and the directors and developers want to make this a big, expansive, open world, that there's going to be a lot of things to do that can stray you away from the main quest. And he wants to put a twist on that, which is very exciting because, a lot of people have been saying that, oh, this game is just Skyrim with a Zelda flair, or this game is just going to be another game like The Witcher or something like that, but for the Zelda version of that, because of the big open world. And so I'm extremely pleased that Eiji Aonuma and Nintendo wants to put a spin on that for Zelda, so it doesn't feel too similar to that of Skyrim or The Witcher, because a lot of people have been saying that, and I'm very, very excited for this big twist. Now, Eiji Aonuma has stated that they want to challenge the conventions of Zelda, and they want to, they're taking notes from A Link Between Two Worlds, where a lot of choice was given to the player in terms of going to whatever dungeon you want to tackle first. So he wants to implement something like that into Zelda Wii U. He also said something a few months back when Hyrule Warriors was the hot topic. He wanted to do something with the open world in terms of big boss battles that will be in the open world, and he wanted to play around with ideas that he got from Hyrule Warriors, or when he was supervising Hyrule Warriors, which is another thing that can add to this twist to the open world. Imagine like a big, gigantic monster just goes roaming around destroying stuff out of nowhere, and then you're passing by and you're seeing the destruction as it goes on, and you're gonna have to either go about your way and continue what you were originally doing, or go and stop the monster that may be close to a town or a village or a monument, maybe like a bridge or something, and it could take out the bridge and could screw you over later in the game, or you can stop the monster before it breaks down the bridge. Something to make the world feel more organic and alive, you know what I mean? Now, speaking on this quote-unquote twist that Eiji Aonuma wants to do, I read something earlier, a couple of days ago, where it pertains to how Zelda Wii U's story, or Zelda Wii U's game progression, is going to be like when the game comes out. Now, of course, none of this is confirmed. This is just some random post I saw on NeoGAF that was taken over to Game FAQs. The post said, the reason why you're able to, I would say, be able to tackle any dungeon in any order in Zelda Wii U is that it's going to heavily be focused on time shift stones, which I've theorized before, which allows you to either go back in time, go forward in time, or stop time, depending on how many time shift stones you're going to get in the game. And those are going to act as the dungeon treasures, or I should say the end dungeon treasures, the thing that you're questing for, kind of like how you were questing for the Fuse Shadow and the shards of the Mirror of Twilight in Twilight Princess. In Skyward Sword, you were questing for, you're following Zelda basically, and then you're questing for the 3 flames, and you're questing for the 3 pieces of the Song of the Hero. In Zelda Wii U, you'll be questing for time shift stones at the end of a dungeon, and the more time shift stones you get, you'll be able to manipulate time more and more so by either slowing down time, stopping time, or going forward or back in time. And with the power of these time shift stones, you're able to go forward in time, not too forward and not too back in time, and that will change the landscape and open more dungeons to your whim. So basically, if you're starting out the game, you get a time shift stone, you're able to go forward in time, you'll be able to open up the 8th, 7th, or 6th dungeon that you wouldn't be able to do in that point in time where before you use the time shift stone, if you guys are following what I'm trying to say. That idea would be a great type of twist because it would change the open world kind of like they did in Ocarina of Time, but a bit more controlled. And that would be a great twist, but once again, this is all, none of this has been confirmed. This could be a fanfic of some dude who thought it would be a cool idea. And honestly, I think it might be a cool idea if they do something like that, incorporate time once again in The Legend of Zelda, because we all know time is a very heavy factor in this game series. But I want to know what you guys think. What do you think this twist on the open world of The Legend of Zelda for Wii U could be? I'm glad that a twist is coming because, I don't want this open world to be compared to that of Skyrim or Witcher saying, oh, it's the same thing just for Zelda, you just put it in Zelda. I want this twist to happen. What do you think the twist can be? Leave your comments and thoughts in the comment section below, and if you liked the video, please like, share, favorite, and most importantly, subscribe to HMK for more news on The Legend of Zelda for Wii U. And until the next one, I've been HMK, I'll check you guys later.